So this is episode 7 of the Cooler Corner. And where are we, James?
We're in the original place.
We're in the original corner that is cooler than yours.
The old Ape Apple, well, the new Ape Apple.
It's been done up downstairs. It's really nice. And hopefully you can see us because it is quite dark. And we're living on a prayer with old lights. And I reckon they're going to go off in about 10 minutes. And it's just going to go bloop.
And just hit the old button.
There we go. Absolutely roasting it, don't we? I'm not going to lie.
We're in humid heat with heat.
And it's been humid all day.
So, what have we been doing tonight?
Been doing street magic. It's coming a bit. Your head looks dead small. Does your arm have to be up there?
Well, yeah, I need to rest.
Rest down there.
But yeah, we've been doing
Some street magic.
yeah, getting some footage.
We got one person.
It's a step in the right direction, though.
That's
a
what it's
step
about.
in the right direction.
It's a step in the right direction, and also they was lovely.
They were very, very lovely.
Yeah. So Sarah and
They were that lovely you don't remember the names?
I remember one of them. Ema and Sarah.
Was it Ema or Emma?
No, it's Ema. Cool. I did In Your Hands by Ben L. And it went down really well. And apparently the footage is good. Not too sure. I might even put it in here now. But I might not. It might not be good
I
footage.
mean, the past 2 times we've been out, we've both got some performance timing.
Perfect timing.
We've both got some performance timing.
Yeah, we went to the Keys on Monday, like we said we was going to do.
Yep.
And you got one person. It was quite actually hard to stop people on the Keys.
Yeah,
though,
it was, because there wasn't as many people as we thought. With the weather being really nice, we thought there was going to be lots of people in there, but
yeah,
it turned out there wasn't, and they just walked past and said, can I show what you're doing?
yeah.
I ended up performing.
Yeah,
Just
I
didn't want to
nearly
be on
elbowed
camera.
her in the face. No, it was nice about it and saying, can I see what you're doing? Oh, can I ask what you're doing? Oh, yeah, I was shooting some street magic and mentalism, and then I think her husband was like, ears pricked up more than she was just like, okay, whatever. But yeah, he did a trick to him off camera because he didn't want to be on camera, which is fair enough.
And he did say he's obviously been with people that were doing tricks, and he could figure them out straight away, but he thought he could figure me out. It was trying to be really difficult. And he still...
Yeah, because the first thing you asked him, which was the only trick you really shown him, was think of your star sign, and he didn't know it.
No.
That's a bit of a curveball to a mentalism trick about star signs.
Exactly.
And you was like, all right, think of one, and you didn't know the star signs.
No. So I ended up doing going to make up a pin code.
Yeah.
I guess the pin code that he was thinking of.
Yeah. We should have actually just kept the camera recording and it picked up your audio.
I just sort of angled it a little bit.
Nah, I wouldn't. He asked not to be on. I wouldn't have videoed it.
That's very true. Very respectful.
Yeah. But it has been hard. But I feel like the Cooler Corner, I know we were saying, oh, we're going to stop it when, we hit the Burglass effect.
Yeah.
But we started here a while ago now, James. I don't know if you remember.
I do.
In lighter conditions,
Yep.
where you could see us. I don't know if you can see us. This might not even make an edit,
But we started here.
I was talking.
No, just filling in. We started here. We're now on the 7th episode here.
Which is the 3rd episode, because the
Yeah.
first one was downstairs, which
Yeah.
wasn't on YouTube.
And we've also got
We was
a
here
show
with
here.
with the new camera,
Yeah, and we've also got a show here next month.
which is literally just in here, just in this window. That's the place where we're going to do it. So, as I was rudely interrupted, the whole Cooler Corner thing was our journey to do this show. I don't feel like it's getting you in shot here. I don't really want to do that. There we go.
I'm in shot.
I'll shoot you in a minute. I don't. So the Cooler Corner was our journey on doing the show, but then also it was keeping up to date with what we was doing magical, or in magical sense, and it was our views, wasn't it, of performing anxiety or imposter syndrome or whatever. And today I didn't feel any of that. I felt nervous asking people, but once I got over it, like I said, there was there was 2 people, obviously one that stopped. We asked that guy, sat down, and he was like, oh no, I don't want to be on footage or whatever. It's like, fair enough. And then there was those 2 women on Market Street, Oldham Street, sorry. And I was just about to do it, thinking, because you was all mic'd up, and I was like, right, I'm just going to ask. And just as I did it, the woman looked so engrossed in the conversation. I was like, oh, no. Not getting involved in that. It's a little bit rude as well, just to bang.
And the ones I stopped where one person was up for it, the other person was sort of in 2 minds, and then it was like, no. Then the person who was up for it then said no as well.
Yeah, he kind of outvoted his friend in no-ness.
Yeah, I was like... But no, another thing that you just said then as well about, we talk about all these things like imposter syndrome, performance anxiety.
Yeah.
We're now tackling them head on.
Definitely. And I reckon we should have. We're obviously coming back here tomorrow, not Ape Apple, possibly, but with Manchester. This was literally a random day when it was both free. And was like, Monday was a little bit of a dud. You got that one guy, we asked them.
But we made 2 trips on that day as well.
Yeah, we tripped back into town, and then by that time it was like this. It was just too dark to perform, and all the footage would be grainy. But yeah, so we're back here tomorrow. So I reckon if we leave the camera going a bit while we ask people, even if it's you just see our feet, but you can see us either getting rejected or accepted. You know what I mean? And there's no airs and graces. We're not saying, oh, everything's great, everyone stops. Because if someone looks at us, not saying like, oh, we're, inspirational. Yeah. But people could see us here on this small corner, but a cooler one, and a dark one. That was perfectly timed. If someone could see us or find our channel, which is not even about getting massive channel, it's about just documenting something, and go, you know what, those guys tried it. And they can hear, what we say, rather than saying, we talked to them yesterday and said about, oh, we're shooting some magic and mentalism for YouTube. Boom, turned off straight away. Oh, no, I don't want to be on YouTube. No. Yeah. However, we looked at it today, and we're not lying. We said we're independent filmmakers, just shooting a documentary about street magic and mentalism. Have you got 2 minutes to see some free entertainment? That worked with the very first people, Irma and Sarah, and there was like, yeah, okay, like cool. So, can you just clip this mic on? Yeah. So she put a mic on. I think I just hit that. She put the mic on. Hopefully that's perfect. And yeah, I reckon that was our in. So if that can help anyone, rather than referencing it as a mental or a magic, what I'm going to show you, we're independent filmmakers, which we are. We make films. We're making a film right now in Ape Apple. Technically, it's a mini film for YouTube. But independent filmmakers.
I just remember your mic's on though.
Yeah, he went really low, and now he's come back up.
Sorry guys, I do apologise.
Better
I mean, it's just like we were talking about before, when it's just finding that balance about things, like finding the way in, knowing what you're going to perform.
Yeah. Well, I knew what I was going to perform before asking. Because when we done it before, when we got the new camera, and you was kicking off over that shop, we were talking about the other day. When we got that new camera, because there was no point going around now with a phone camera. If we get really good reactions, we'd want it to be in crystal clear HD. Hopefully this is because of the darkness.
I think it looks quite...
It looks good. We can see it from here, so, blame James if it's crap.
We're not very... our face are not very, well, like crystal.
It's not crystal, but it doesn't matter. It's not about those. It's about the imperfections.
This is crystal.
Oh. I've got to admit that was a good one. Yeah, so it's just us documenting our time in magic, and like I said, this wasn't supposed to be a podcast. This was a random thing. We might even do another one tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.
I think we should do
through these windows is where, and also we're talking about printing out the poster for the show.
I think we should do a vlog of as we're going around.
We'll do a vlog tomorrow.
I think we should.
I'll be up for that. You shoot some on your phone, I'll shoot some on the camera, and we can edit it. So if we don't do anything, Like say, we will do that though. We'll go up to people and ask, and you either hear us being successful or being rejected. And the first person I asked yesterday, that couple.
On Monday.
On Monday. I keep saying yesterday. On Monday, they didn't want to see anything. I was rejected straight out. And I was like, that wasn't as bad as I thought. It was scary asking or stopping them. But then it's like, people are people. People are cool. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of the time, people want to talk to people. They want interaction.
It's like
Sorry, I'm boring.
Sorry guys, it's been a long day. It's like I said before though, like as I was walking around one way, and obviously it was my time to ask someone, and every time I went to ask someone I got a knot in my stomach.
Yeah.
But then obviously I had to suck it up. If you're gonna get anywhere, we had to suck it up. So I sucked it up, asked someone, and obviously I got that mixed reaction, then it turned out to be a no.
We got the more sarcastic, what did he say?
He went, no.
Have you got 2 minutes? And the guy looked at his mate and was like, have we? And he was like, no. The most sarcastic, no.
And
okay then, bye. But he didn't say best of luck to it.
Yeah, he gave us a double no and said best of luck.
Yeah. But that's not the point. We're not slagging anyone off for that.
No, we're not slagging anyone off.
We're not entitled to people's time. You know, we're just asking people, can you help us be? We are independent filmmakers and podcasters and a magician and a mentalist.
That could also be another topic as well, you know. What we talked about before about the difference between asking people when you're younger to now.
Yeah.
Like, we both done it in the street, like, done magic to people in the street when we were younger. And obviously we was discussing it before about how there's less fear.
Yeah.
And then, like, what happens as you get older? Like, what makes it such a nerve-wracking thing?
Yeah. Sorry, guys, I have to get used to that. Unless I can edit it out.
Like, there's got to be a thing that happens, or a mental switch.
Do you know what would be interesting? Because we did the hangout too, if we was to watch My Street Magic, and that would be the very first place that it's appeared anywhere.
That'd be a nice idea, that.
Expectations, reality, just remember that. Because it was shot on a video camera, old school video camera.
I like it. Set the expectations really low, so there's plenty of room to improve.
Yeah, but I don't think on any of those though you actually heard us approaching people. I think because I was there with like 5 or 6 of my mates.
I think it was one or two that I seen that you seen you approaching. I think it was outside.
There was like.
Might be outside your college, was it? Or close by.
One of them was the actual teacher.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a stooge, but it was easy to go up to him because he was Pete, one of our teachers. Yeah. Was that like Card to Pocket one?
I think so. It was that. I think he had like a little
newspaper with him.
Yeah, I think it was like sort of like an archway with like a blue door. I think it was. The archway might have been the window, and there might have been a blue door next to it.
Yeah. No, I think that'd be interesting because obviously the quality of tonight will be perfect because it's 4K. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the quality of that's terrible. But I think like last time, we on 2009. No one's on the phone. No one's got social medias. Was that 2010?
I think it was like MSN was about 2009, 2010, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was on MSN. Bloody hell,
I was never on MSN.
So you had all that. So it's still on laptops, not on your phone. No one's got AirPods in. No one's listening. Well, maybe listening to iPods. I can't remember about that time. But it was so easy just to go around. And I think because I was with a gang, I was like 5 or 6 mates. One of them had a video camera, and it was literally
one of the big video cameras with like a little
not on your
handle.
shoulder video camera. It's one of these with a little thing that flips out and you put your eyes to it.
Oh yeah.
I still got it. I'll show you. But we basically said we're doing a uni assignment. Are we okay to show you a quick trick and just get it filmed just to prove to that we've done it? And everyone was just like, all right, yeah. Loads of people. Now it's a little bit different. How we might be able to explain that a little bit later on, maybe the next podcast or whatever. How it's harder to. it's not really harder to stop people. You just don't want to feel like you're interrupting a private conversation.
These were some of the stipulations
They're
we
just
had.
listening to the favourite bands, you know what I mean, and just walking down the road. And also, you got to think, like, if they're just people sat outside having a coffee and they're having a chat, you don't really want to go over with a camera.
Especially during a weekday when they've just probably come home from work.
They're just de-stressing, chilling out. They might have met a mate that they've not seen for ages and don't want you there. You know what I mean? It's like, you got to pick your people carefully.
Yeah, like, there were certain stipulations we had, like when picking people, when they like no earphones, no children, people with children.
Yeah. No women on their own.
Yeah.
Just, you know, we don't want to open that kettle of fish.
Yeah.
That's the
but we did have our stipulations on what we was going to... Yeah. There were stipulations on the people we would approach and not approach.
Yeah. And anybody with like a guy and a girlfriend, guy and a guy friend, girl and a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No women on their own. Even though everything would be filmed, but it's not like, you know, you're not pouncing on.
It's more. It's more because it's intimidating.
It's intimidating
for her,
especially running up with a camera.
Yeah.
We don't run up, but if we're having a chat and there's a camera there, she might feel intimidated to do it.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's
or
like
intimidated and then not want to do it and feel like she's not in danger, but
that's it. So
it's modern society, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's modern society.
That's just the society we're in, isn't it? Like, we've got to look at stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I reckon that kind of helped with Irma and Sarah.
Yeah. They were really, really lovely, to be quite fair.
Yeah. And it was near St Anne's Square.
It was just literally on the right of St Anne's Square, wasn't it?
Yeah. I seen them coming over, like, I'm going to ask them.
Near the House of Fraser.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to ask them. And I did. And that was my first yes in 16 years. Is my maths right? 2009?
I think, that's... Yeah. No?
It's like the light bulb's just gone off.
2009.
2010, 2020, that's 11.
That's about 15. About 15 years.
I'll flash it up.
But actually, back to the point of MSN, just a little known fact. I didn't have my first email address till I was about 14, 15.
Neither did I.
You're not much older than me.
Yeah, but I didn't have... I got an email address.
But you must have an email address to get on MSN.
No? Oh, yeah. On MSN.
Yeah, but I didn't have any email address.
Oh, but you didn't have it before then?
No.
Right, okay.
I had my email address when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah, I think I did that thing
I was late to the party.
My favourite band slogan was in the email address. And my passwords was the girl I was with at the time. You know, forever.
Yeah.
You know, forever.
Oh.
With some underscores somewhere.
I was late to the party, me with everything. Like, I didn't have my first mobile phone like till I was about high school age.
I can't remember when I remember the first phone I got. I can't remember when I got it.
I remember, little story, little tangent. I remember going on holiday with my uncle and auntie and my cousins, and my phone broke. I had one of them slide up ones at the side with a little keyboard.
Oh yeah, like Nokia ones.
Yeah, I had one of them.
Old school.
And he had a camera and everything. And then my phone broke on holiday. So around that time, my dad had just been made redundant and got like about $5,000 redundancy pay. And my phone broke, so he literally sent me £20 to buy a phone. I was like, come on, I'm not gonna get a phone for like £20, like a decent phone.
Tesco mobile.
I went to a Tesco's in Wales, and I got a fake BlackBerry.
Was it a Blueberry?
I don't know what it was, but it's like...
Was it a Whackberry?
I don't know what it was, but it had like an overly sized BlackBerry shape. So like, think of a BlackBerry, but like twice the size.
So a Fatberry.
Yeah. And it had like the keypad, and you had to press like a little button at the bottom to get the actual like letters rather than numbers.
Yeah, I remember that. Was that what was in the Dilemma video? with Nelly and Kelly Rowland?
Oh no, it wasn't one of them. No, it was like.
I thought you meant when you slide the screen up.
No, I had one. It was a phone. Like my mate had it, and I might have had my mum for it for ages, and she got it me for like my birthday. But it was like a touch screen as well. But then when you
back then.
Yeah.
What?
But then you slide it up. I'll have to get a picture of it, and we can put it in the video.
Because I bet a lot of people watching this don't remember when you have to click like number 2 for 3 times to get a C.
Oh mate, I remember.
Click. You have to wait for it to start flashing again, so you can go A, and then TTT. You know what I mean?
I see them all over Facebook where you got like, I bet you can't break this code, and it's like numbers, then space, numbers, space, and you have to like try to figure out what it says based on the keypads when you have to press it like that.
Mate, back in the day when you was in school or whatever, you could text without even looking. Oh. You know what I mean? You could feel like the numbers, and you go like, if I was saying hi, what was that? 444. Is that right? EFGHIJ, yeah?
Yeah, so I think I would be on 5.
444, and then it'd be 5 2. I don't even know now. But hi, James. Like.
But nah, like it was one of these phones where it's like touch screen. So you hold it this way, it was touch screen, and you turned it landscape, and you could push it up, and it had like a little keyboard at the bottom.
That's what I was saying. I'm sure that's the one.
No, there was a BlackBerry like that, but this wasn't a BlackBerry.
Was it Nokia?
I can't remember. I think it was like my Samsung or something like that. But I had one of them. My phone broke, and my dad bought me like 20 quid. I got this fake BlackBerry. It was about this big. Our BlackBerries were about this big, weren't they? But this was like this big.
Like a palm. Do you remember them?
Yeah. And then obviously I was like, that same day, I forgot about this. That same day, I went to I can't remember exactly where I went, but I went to this bar on the campsite with my uncle and that, playing pool. I walked over to the table and obviously sat down. But
I'll have to bleep that out.
It's alright, it's fine.
Thanks for giving me an edit point.
It's fine, it's okay.
That's what the gods think of you. You've let them down.
But on the table in front of us, I seen a person who looked really familiar.
Jesus Christ.
Only turned out to be Will Mellor.
Who?
Will Mellor.
Oh, 2 pints of lager.
Yeah, Will Mellor from 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
I seen him on Auburn Street.
So my uncle's like, right, that's Will Mellor, innit? I was like, yeah. He was like, just go and do a trick to him. I was like, nah, I can't disturb him. He was with his family, you know what I mean? So as he's come round to go to the bar to buy a drink, and he's coming back, my uncle's gone, yo, Will. Literally said, yo, Will. I was like, oh my God, here we go.
Yo, Will.
So he's gone, oh, all right, you okay? Yeah, you're all right. And he went, my nephew's a magician, can I show you a trick? So he's come over, I think he's come over basically out of like...
Boredom.
No, maybe boredom. But like just out of like niceness, you know what I mean? And I showed him a trick. Oh my God, he reacted so well. I was like, and yeah, nowadays I'm like, oh, I wish that was filmed, you know what I mean?
Yeah, in 4K quality.
I showed him a trick, yeah, got him to sign the card and everything.
Sorry, have you guys been sitting in the dark?
Sorry?
Have you guys been sitting in the dark?
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Sorry about that. I'm just going to start closing up like this if you wouldn't mind moving downstairs.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, it's cool, bro.
Well, I think that was the definite end of the podcast.
Yeah, so guys, we've just been sat downstairs.
Let's do the thingy first.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it really quick.
Quickly do the ACAAN.
Have you got a deck of cards on you? All right, I've got false anchors. Name a card, name a number. I'll name the card, you name a number.
24.
24. The jack of spades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. 21. It was close. But we're done.
Jack of spades, yeah, we're done.
Yeah.